Hey everyone, SoranotRoxas here, and Merry Christmas. I'm just going to go ahead and say this because I doubt I'm going to get another video out before Christmas starts. I might get a gameplay video out maybe on Christmas Day or something like that. That'll be something else Christmassy I might throw up. But nothing too Christmas related here. Unless we're talking Star Wars, which would be a fantastic Christmas present. But honestly, I don't know why I'm reviewing this right now because it's #1 at the box office, and I'm sure it's going to be #1 at the box office this weekend. So anybody who wants to see it has already saw it, or they probably went to go see it twice by now. Me, personally, I actually saw it on Tuesday. We got pretty much of a full house. Not as big as Episode 7 was. Episode 7, we had to wait 2 weeks to get freaking tickets. Rogue One, it took a while, but it was only like a few days. The excitement wasn't as big as it was for Episode 7. But with that being said, Star Wars Rogue One, it's good, man. It's good. No spoilers here, just like with Episode 7. You know, if we Star Wars fans, we don't want the spoilers, alright? We want to go see the film and then, you know, we'll spoil ourselves there. Of course, people on YouTube couldn't help posting spoilers, such as the ending scene to the movie. But that was fine. I pretty much avoided all types of spoilers, so I finally got a chance to go see the film. And what do I think about the film? I think it was good. I think it goes through certain stages, at least with me, this is how it was. When it first started off, pretty cliche, you knew where it was gonna go. Literally like that first 20 minutes or so, it took me a while to get engaged. It was kind of like, okay, this is kind of good. The trailers are, well, the trailer is definitely misleading. There are some scenes, actually a number of scenes that don't even happen in the movie that were in the trailers, which makes me think that there was a whole different story here. As far as Felicity Jones' character, Ren actually being a part of the rebellion at first, she's not a part of the rebellion, okay? If anything, she wants to kind of stay out of it, and she's not really picking any sides. And this whole entire war, the rebellion versus the Empire, actually caused her family to be completely destroyed, so she's not really on anybody's side. She just kind of neutrally hates everyone, but of course the hatred for the Empire is a little bit more. But it wasn't enough for her to be like part of the whole rebellion stage. But then part of the whole, well, Rebel Alliance. But then as the movie went on, she starts to see, you know, sort of like their point of view. And I love what they did with the Rebel Alliance, and not just playing it so black and white, okay, not saying, okay, yeah, the rebels are the good guys, they're always gonna be the good guys, but so there was few things that they had to do, a couple of things that they had to do that they wasn't proud of, such as assassinations. They had informants that they would actually murder their informants, so they wouldn't squeal to the Empire. It was just certain things that they had to do that even Star Wars Rebels, or even Star Wars The Clone Wars TV show, which is both canon, by the way. Those are actually part of the Star Wars canon, so if you haven't seen those, go check those 2 shows out. They're actually very good. After the first season, Star Wars Rebels gets a little bit better. We're in the 3rd season now. It's actually very entertaining as hell. But it is that sort of thing. This movie goes a little bit more in depth with that. You would think a show that had 3 seasons to do this would be more in depth with that, showing like, hey, there is a dark side to every coin, even if there is like some good for it. You know, there's always some evilness that comes with everything. Not everything is just black and white, like this is just good and this is just bad. No, there's always a line that gets blurred, okay, that you have to go through, and that's life. That's how life works. So going back to what I thought about the film, yeah, it kind of started off kind of good for me, and then it got good, and then it got great. Like that, I know they probably talked about it already, that the second half of the film was really good. From then on was fantastic. Before that, it was just sort of like good and kind of good, at least for me, in my point of view, alright? So it definitely went a step up as it went on, and it's like going upstairs. It kept going up and elevating itself, and I was like, okay, you know what? But throughout the whole entire thing, I can definitely say to myself, it does feel like a Star Wars film. It feels like an addition to the lore. It doesn't take away from anything. It doesn't add too much. It knows exactly what to give you, exactly what to add, with these great characters, fantastic character development in here, fantastic effects, absolutely beautiful landscapes, which, you know, most of it's all CGI and stuff like that, but I actually do feel like there are some sets there, and they work. Everything in this film works, and it works so well, and it also feels like it's a complete story, like not like a part 1 or a part 2. This is a complete Star Wars story. It's a side story, but it is a complete one, and it feels like that from beginning to end. Also, Alec Tudyk is in this, and I did not know he was voicing that Imperial robot. Dude is freaking amazing, man. He's in fucking everything. I love this guy. I hope he's in Wreck-It Ralph 2, because that comes out in 2018. I hope the world is still here, considering what's been happening lately in this world. God, people. So hopefully, you know, I'll go see Wreck-It Ralph 2 eventually when it comes out. Hopefully I'll still be alive. So yeah, like, acting, fine. It was a fantastic film overall. I will say that. But it was like how can I put this? Like an opposite Suicide Squad, at least for me. Whereas Suicide Squad started off strong, it was funny and engaging, and I liked these characters. It just started to dial down as it went through, and that second half was pretty much a train wreck happening. Like the train's still on the tracks. There's still 2 cars on the tracks. Oh, the first car went off. Oh, the second car went off. This didn't happen like that. This was sort of like a train sort of pulling out of a station. It's like a train sitting there, all aboard, everyone's getting on. That was the first 20 minutes of it, people getting on this train. And then the train starts going, and it takes a while. It's only hitting 20 miles per hour, then it hits 40, 60, and it's going, and it's gliding at a very beautiful pace. I know that is a weird way of putting this film, but that's probably the best way I can sum it up. It's like a train that didn't get wrecked, okay? And it just kept going, and it escalated, and then it got to that point towards the end of the movie, and that's when it stopped and say, okay, if you want to continue on, you can continue on with A New Hope, which happens right after this. So it's sort of like Star Wars 3.5 to 3.9. that's basically what it is. So it takes place after the Star Wars Rebels TV show. I was wondering if they was going to make any sort of reference to that, but sort of the Rebel Alliance will come into a little bit later in the film. Not that much later, because the film is very long. It's about 2 hours and 16 minutes. It was a long sit. I'm sitting there like, I am enjoying the hell out of this film, but my God, is it long. Don't worry, I wasn't looking at my watch saying like, oh, it's long as hell. No. I was actually enjoying the hell, especially when the space battle came up. Oh my God, I'm sure people talked about this too. The space battle was amazing. Oh man, this was some shit that I wanted in episode 7. We got a bit of it in episode 7, and it was very cool there. But it's like, oh God, I wanted more, and I got more here, so I'm so happy. So there's definitely some things that Rogue One did that episode 7 did, and episode 7 did that Rogue One didn't. I would say that I do like episode 7. I'm just gonna say I like episode 7 a little bit more because it had some more charm to it. Our main characters in episode 7 was a little bit better. Finn and Rey was definitely more engaging, and of course you had the original cast there. There is like a couple of cameos in here from a couple of the original cast members, and it was nice to see them. It was nice to see them. They didn't take away from the story. Oh, Vader. Oh man, you know. Everyone's talking about the ending scene for Vader, Darth Vader. Oh man, it's so awesome, but at the same time, it's not that long, okay? So don't let anybody try to convince you that it's that long. It's not that long. It's only about less than 5 minutes, but it's so good. It's so amazing. The ending is just fantastic. I loved it, man. I loved it. It really makes you want to just go see, watch the other movies all over again. Possibly minus the prequels, because there's like literally no mention of any of that stuff. No, there is a character that shows up from the prequels, and I was so happy to see him because he was one of the best characters there. He also appeared in the Star Wars Clone Wars TV show. I'm not going to say who it is, but when he shows up on screen, you're like, oh, well, I forgot about this guy. And I'm not going to say who it is, but it was nice seeing him here. And but his last line in the movie was just makes you shake your head, because you know what happens to him in A New Hope. So, but anyway, with that being said, I I thought it was fantastic, man. If you haven't seen already, go out and see it. Don't let anybody stop you. Make up your own mind on it. I don't think it's overrated. I think that, what was it on Rotten Tomatoes, 84% or something like that the last time I checked. That seems appropriate. I wouldn't put it up there. It's with episode 7. I thought episode 7 felt more of like a, I wouldn't say a callback to the original film, but it had more of that charm. Here, Felicity Jones and the other guy that was with her was a little flat at times, especially Felicity Jones. I don't know what she was kind of going for. When she was supposed to show an emotion, she did, and she showed an emotion and she did well with that. But most of the time, she was kind of bland, kind of laid back a little bit. I don't know what was going. Even when like the face of danger, it's like, okay, you have to have more than just this sort of blank expression. You gotta do more than just this. But when she needed to show emotion, she did, and she's a great actress. I love her. She's so fine. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and end it here before I get any creepier on this thing. Yeah, so go check out the film. Also, Forrest Whitaker. What was that accent? Can somebody tell me what the hell that accent was? I don't know. It was great. It was great. I definitely recommend it. My rating, what I would give for it, possibly 3.5. Now, I'm just gonna throw in that half there, the halfway point, because whereas episode 7 I gave it a 4 out of 4, I gave it a perfect score. That doesn't mean it's a perfect movie. Trust me, it's flawed a lot. Hell, it's more like fucking New Hope than it is like a new Star Wars film. At least I can say this one felt original. But I still love episode 7, so I'm not gonna put it on the same plane as it. Let's say if episode 7's right here, Rogue One is like right here, and it's so goddamn close to it. It's so close. It's almost there. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed the review. Have a Merry Christmas. Like I said, I'm possibly not going to release another video until after Christmas. I have a couple of videos I want to do. I guess with this, I can go ahead. Trolls is possibly the other film I'm going to see. Then after this, I'm going to go ahead and do my top 10 best movies and worst movies of the year list. Make a video on that like I do every year. And then from there, I actually have a video that I was thinking about doing because I played a few video games this year. And so I might make a top 5 best video games list of 2016. My list, my personal list, okay? Not saying these are the best games, but games that I personally picked and that I personally enjoyed. So I'm thinking about doing that list as well. But with that being said, I hopefully can see you guys in the next one. Like I said, have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you celebrate. I keep on forgetting that people celebrate other stuff besides Christmas in December. I apologize, you know, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you're into. Have a happy holiday, and hopefully I get to see you guys in the next one. Take care. Oh, and may the Force be with you. Hey guys, so there's one thing I forgot to mention before I finish making this video, and it's that Carrie Fisher, who's the actress for Princess Leia and Star Wars, is in the hospital. She had a heart attack. Hopefully by the time I post this video we get some better news. From what I've heard now at this point in time, she's in stable condition. Heart goes out to her, man. I hope she takes care. And you know, look forward to seeing episode 8 in Star Wars. So hopefully this isn't putting too much stress on her, but from what it is now, she seems to be okay. But we'll see how it goes in the near future. All right, 2016 has turned out to be kind of a shitty year, especially for actors that I really like. I really enjoy their performances. I haven't made a video on any of the actors that passed this year, even though Alan Young himself has passed as the voice of Scrooge McDuck, who I freaking love, man. I'm so sad to hear that he passed away. But Carrie Fisher, she's still with us. I hope she continues to be with us for many, many years. And hopefully she's okay, and send my condolences out to the family. I know no one's going to see this, but it just makes me feel better for saying it. Alright, take care, guys.